Do you know what your strengths are? This isn't just a rhetorical question. It's an invitation to embark on a journey of self-discovery, a journey that can unlock your potential and pave the way for personal growth. We all have our unique strengths, but recognizing and harnessing them is where the true magic happens. So, are you ready to uncover your hidden talents, to explore the depths of your capabilities? Let's delve into the ways to identify and make the best use of your strengths. One way to identify your strengths is through self-reflection. Embarking on the journey of self-discovery, we find self-reflection to be a powerful tool. It's like holding up a mirror to your inner self, revealing the qualities that you possess, but might not always recognize. Imagine dedicating serene moments to yourself, away from the hustle and bustle of daily life. This quiet time alone is your sanctuary, a space where you can dig deep into your thoughts and emotions. It's here that you'll find the seeds of your strengths waiting to be discovered. But how do we unearth these hidden gems? One way is by asking ourselves thought-provoking questions. These questions act as a torch, shedding light on the unexplored corners of our minds. They could be as simple as, what activities make me lose track of time, or when do I feel most energized? The answers to these questions can hint at your unique strengths. If you lose track of time while painting, perhaps creativity is one of your strengths. If you feel most energized when solving puzzles, problem solving might be your forte. Now, this introspection may seem like a daunting task. After all, we're not used to probing our minds in such a manner. That's where journaling comes in. Journaling provides a tangible medium to record your thoughts, ideas, and feelings. It's a safe space where you can freely express yourself without judgment. As you journal, patterns begin to emerge, highlighting your strengths. For instance, if you frequently write about successful negotiations at work, it could indicate that you're a skilled negotiator. Remember, self-reflection isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing process, a habit we cultivate over time. The more we practice, the more we learn about ourselves, and the better we get at identifying our strengths. So, take some time out of your busy schedule. Find a quiet corner, ask yourself some probing questions, and let your thoughts flow onto paper. You'll be surprised at the insights you gain about yourself. Self-reflection often reveals talents and skills you may have overlooked. Another way to uncover your strengths is through feedback analysis. This method is an exploratory journey of self-discovery that relies on the perspectives of those around you. It's a process where you actively seek input from others, such as colleagues, friends, and family, and analyze their feedback to identify your strengths. Feedback analysis is a bit like holding a mirror up to yourself. It can reveal aspects of your character and abilities that you may not have been aware of, or perhaps have underestimated. You see, often, we are our own harshest critics. We tend to focus on our weaknesses and overlook our strengths, while others may see us in a different light. Think about it. Your colleagues may appreciate your ability to manage projects and meet deadlines, qualities that you might take for granted. Your friends might admire your resilience in the face of adversity, or your knack for problem solving. And your family might recognize your compassion, empathy, or your ability to bring people together. These are all strengths that can significantly contribute to your personal and professional growth. To implement the feedback analysis method, you must be open and willing to listen, even if the feedback isn't always positive. Constructive criticism is just as valuable, if not more so, as it highlights areas for improvement. Remember, the goal here is to gain a well-rounded understanding of your strengths, and sometimes our strengths lie hidden within our perceived weaknesses. Once you've collected this feedback, analyze it. Look for patterns and common themes. Do multiple people mention your leadership skills or your creativity? These recurring points are likely your strengths, but don't just accept this feedback passively. Reflect on it, question it, and use it to guide your self-improvement journey. Feedback analysis is not a one-time activity. It's an ongoing process of growth and self-discovery that can help you continually refine and build upon your strengths. So, keep that communication flowing, embrace the feedback, and let it light your path forward. Feedback analysis offers an external perspective on your strengths, and remember, knowing your strengths is the first step towards leveraging them to their full potential. Personality tests can also shed light on your strengths. Delving deep into the realm of self-discovery, we find ourselves at the doorstep of personality tests. These are not your run-of-the-mill "which Disney princess are you" quizzes. We're talking about comprehensive, scientifically backed assessments designed to reveal the core of your personality. Let's start with the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, or MBTI as it's commonly known. It's one of the most popular personality tests out there, and for good reason. The MBTI categorizes individuals into 16 different personality types based on 4 dichotomies: extroversion or introversion, sensing or intuition, thinking or feeling, and judging or perceiving. By identifying where you fall within these categories, the MBTI can offer profound insights into your strengths. For instance, if you're an extroverted intuitive type, you may excel in brainstorming and big-picture thinking. Next up, we have the StrengthsFinder test. Created by Gallup, this assessment is based on the idea that we should focus more on building our strengths than on fixing our weaknesses. The StrengthsFinder test identifies your top 5 strengths from a list of 34 possible themes such as strategic thinking, relationship building, or execution. The idea here is not just to identify what you're good at, but to understand how you can put these strengths to use in your daily life. Each of these tests serves as a mirror, reflecting back to us our unique strengths in a structured and tangible way. They allow us to see ourselves from a new perspective, to appreciate our strengths in a different light. They can be particularly useful if you're feeling stuck, unsure of your strengths, or simply curious to learn more about yourself. But remember, these tests are tools, not definitive answers. They provide valuable insights, but your strengths are ultimately defined by your actions, your experiences, and your personal growth. So take these tests with an open mind. Use their findings as a starting point, but always rely on your self-awareness and life experience to guide your understanding of your strengths. Personality tests provide a structured way to explore your strengths. So why not give them a try? You might just discover something incredible about yourself. Lastly, the trial and error method can help you discover your strengths. Now let's delve into this method, which is as straightforward as it sounds. It's all about learning through doing, trying new things, and observing your response. Think of it as a grand experiment, where you are both the scientist and the subject. Your life becomes a laboratory, and every activity, job, or hobby you engage in becomes an experiment. You're not just trying things out randomly, though. You're doing it with the intention to observe, learn, and grow. Here's the beauty of the trial and error method. It can reveal things about yourself that you might never have discovered otherwise. You see, when you're out there trying new things, you're bound to stumble upon activities that you not only excel at, but also genuinely enjoy. These are your strengths, the things that make you feel alive and fulfilled. The trial and error method can be a thrilling journey of self-discovery. It's like exploring a vast landscape with no map, where every step can lead you to a new discovery. You might start with a hobby you've always wanted to try, or a job you've always been curious about. And who knows, you might end up finding a strength you never knew you had. And remember, there's no such thing as failure in this method. Even if you try something and it doesn't work out, it's still a valuable learning experience. It helps you understand what doesn't suit you, which is just as important as understanding what does. To make the most out of the trial and error method, it's crucial to keep an open mind. Be open to new experiences, be open to learning, and most importantly, be open to yourself. Your strengths are there, waiting to be discovered. All you need to do is start exploring. So go ahead, start experimenting, start discovering. Embrace the uncertainty, the surprises, and the lessons, because that's what the trial and error method is all about. It's about learning through living, discovering through doing. Trial and error allows you to learn about your strengths through practical experience. Now that we've explored different methods to identify your strengths, let's do a quick recap. We began with the self-reflection method, a personal introspective journey where you ask yourself pertinent questions about your abilities. This method is a great starting point as it fosters self-awareness. Reflection, after all, is the key to understanding oneself. Next, we discussed the feedback analysis method. This involves seeking input from others about your strengths. It's a valuable tool that provides an external perspective, allowing you to see your abilities through the eyes of others. Then, we delved into the personality test method. This scientific approach uses various tests to categorize your traits and strengths. It offers a structured way to understand your temperament and capabilities, providing insights into your inherent strengths. Finally, we explored the trial and error method. This hands-on approach encourages you to try different activities and tasks to discover what you excel at. It's an adventurous method that allows you to learn from your experiences. Each method has its merits and can be used individually or in combination. It's about finding what works best for you. Remember, our strengths are unique, just like our fingerprints. So it's time to embark on your journey of self-discovery. Take time to understand your strengths, nurture them, and watch as they propel you towards your goals. Remember, understanding your strengths is the first step towards self-improvement. So, start exploring your strengths today.